But I can't imagine being bombarded with that every day, day in and day out.
Right. And so I would definitely always assess, is whatever this person said, is it a true statement or they just ran off at the mouth? You know?
Wow. Okay, this is making sense to me. Basically, stuff shared in vulnerability, don't bring it up. I share with you about something with my family, with my family upbringing as a kid, and you bring it up. No wonder you're so messed up. Look how your daddy treated.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So why is all of this so harmful?
Yeah, why is it harmful, Teresa?
Well, for one thing, I think we go back to it breaks trust. And when you break trust, that's a major thing in a relationship.
That is a major thing.
And whether it's a friendship
I can't
or a couple.
trust you.
Right. I got to be able to trust you.
Well, if I can't trust you, how do I stay with you?
Like I say, we build trust. And
so you have to rebuild it.
Right. You have to rebuild it. And you've got to be, both people got to be on the same page in order to want to go down that path.
Okay. So it breaks trust.
Mm-hmm. It shuts down that intimacy part. And, intimacy is very important. It's not just about the sexual part so much, but it's the connection that dies. And when a person isn't connected, I mean, it's just like you're in a relationship with I don't know, just somebody. It's not, it's not intimate.
Okay.
It's not close.
You also say it creates emotional control. What does that mean?
If you shift the power dynamics and you use shame to gain the upper hand, that's what I was saying earlier. That's what they've done. They've used shame to get the upper hand. That's not a good way to be in a relationship. Have that dynamic.
And then I do get this one. You said breeds silence and resentment. So you've got couples in the same house. They may not even be sleeping in the same bedroom. They're not talking to each other. They're basically roommates. Kind of like me and Ronnie was when we weren't talking.
Walking around, talking to each other.
Yeah, because we live in the same room.
So it makes the relationship unsafe. Okay. You're not growing. It's unhealthy.
Okay. So when you say role play or coaching antidote, are you talking about this is some things you share in the counseling room to help couples get past this? Mm-hmm. Okay, so go deeper.
Well, that's what I've done.
Okay, so you, for example, you say you invite couples to agree on 3 new fight fair rules and talk about how they'll use them this week. Right. So that would be like your homework.
Right, kind of like And then, like I say, that I've already told you the things not to do.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to, if they're happening, to take those things out.
Okay, so do we want to give that out as homework to the audience?
Yeah.
Invite couples to agree on 3 new fight fair rules. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see. You know why this is so important?
Why?
The best time to calmly, rationally talk about how to handle conflict. When you're not in conflict.
Exactly.
So see how y'all laughing and kiki right now? Now's the time to talk about, hey, Jim, I don't want to bring up conflict right now. Everything is going good. But conflict, we already said, is part of marriage. It's part of a relationship. So since it's going to be there, why not now while emotions aren't elevated, why don't you talk about right now, hey, you know what? The next time we get into a conflict, probably not us, but we can share it with friends because we probably won't have another conflict. But what our friends do, we're going to come up with 3 new fight fair rules and talk about how we're going to use them this week.
Exactly.
So that's going to be our assignment. You want to be very intentional. Hey, this is hard work, but remember my promise to you in one of our early episodes, 40 years, countless hours of training in various degrees. We're really, really good at this, but you have a chance to be better than we are. Now, here's the missing component that we haven't talked about on this show is in order to be better, you're going to need a mediator. You're going to need Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. You're going to need the saving grace and power of Jesus. So what we invite you to do is to come into a personal relationship with Jesus. We've got in the show notes just how you can do that. Jim, you went from conflict to Jesus. I didn't know this was a religious show. It's not. It's a relationship show. And we're talking about your personal relationship that you'd have with Christ in order to make this work. Thank you so much for joining us. Please remember to share this with friends. Hopefully it's helpful. We are so excited to have you join us. We look forward to our meetings each week. And hey, we'll see you next Wednesday.